in the sunny Marbella here, and I just want to come to you with a thought on how connections work. Like, I'm here in Marbella just because I lived in Sweden for 9 years right now, and it seems like there is a thriving Swedish community actually in Marbella. I didn't know about it. I was not aware of that. But the way connections work is like just because you know someone, you have a client that knows someone, they introduce you to someone that does something, and then all of a sudden you get to know those people and that connection. And so what happens is that it accelerates your business, it accelerates whatever you're doing and multiplies it. So one of the things that I have learned is that relationships are your rocket ships. So whenever you're building something and you're developing your career, create relationships with people. Look beyond the business. Look for the long-term collaboration, and you're gonna see. Because what happens is that companies come and go. Some companies will go down. Some companies will rise. People will shift positions, will shift companies. But what I know is that relationship will stay, and people will know people. Now, former colleagues of mine now become my clients. People that I knew years ago through international communities invite me to speak at conferences. So wherever you are, don't underestimate the power of connections, and be intentional about creating those connections. Because when I was in the engineering world, I started to be intentional about it. I knew that what I want to do is to do coaching, training, and speaking. And so I started to go out with people that were my potential clients, or at least they were in that field. So instead of going out to networking events for engineers, I went out to networking events for business owners, for entrepreneurs, for managers, for people skills, and so on and so forth. I just want to share this because connections, I truly believe, and that's not my word, it's one of my marketing mentors, Mike, and he says relationships are like rocket ships. They propel you forward. So be intentional about it and create long-term relationship with people. You'll be glad you did.